I'm in love with Puerto Vallarta.
Those are the two that I would recommend for a sunset in
Actually
Cabo.
facing
The sunset, yeah.
I mean, I know we're going to be talking more about
Mexican destinations.
Mexican destinations.
How's the service? How's the food?
Because
You need to set your priorities.
the 3 resorts that we mentioned are the 3 different,
Yeah.
tiers. Like,
Okay. Hola, and welcome to the Destination Wedding Show. Today, here we have a new episode with one of the best travel advisors for weddings here in Mexico, Costa Rica, Jamaica, and some other places. Hello, this is Mar, Cecil, and of course, Miriam. So, how are you guys? How are you feeling? Excited?
Yeah,
Excited?
we're
Yeah.
happy to be here.
You're happy to be
Yes.
here. I know that you're having a great time with us already. We've been gossiping a little bit about everything in Mexico, about everything in Costa Rica, about everything in Punta Cana, and all of the countries where you can have like the best wedding ever. I mean, I know we're going to be talking about
Mexican destinations.
Mexican destinations. So far, I mean, what destinations can we have for a wedding in Mexico?
Well, the ones that we offer are mainly Cancun, Riviera Maya area.
Yes.
Then we have Puerto Vallarta and Los Cabos.
Perfect.
Beach destinations.
Beach
Yeah.
destinations. Yeah.
I mean, and I know. So I bet that's hard for a bride and a groom to decide, like, because you see the pictures on Pinterest. And
Well, for me, that's something that I always mention because you can see a beautiful photo with lots of Photoshop. But that's one of the main reasons that you need actual advice from people that has been in the resorts because, you can see something really beautiful on Pinterest. And then when you actually get to see it, or maybe the place is beautiful, but when you look around, it's very close to the pool and it's going to be crowded, or the beach is very public and you don't see those things in a photo,
yeah.
especially if it's a promotion from the
So
same.
honestly, is it easier to do it like on a destination wedding rather than?
Completely.
I mean,
it's
but
a bit
like-
different. Everyone can do a destination weddings.
Yeah.
And you, as a bride, can take the job. Of course, you can.
Why
do it
would you
on your
do
own, but why would you do that? That's why we're here. That's our
Yeah,
job.
I mean,
But,
I want to know.
we are experts in the area. We're experts with packages. We're experts with venues. We focus on you and your guests, and we make it easier for you. You can focus totally on the planning of your wedding, and then everything related to the rooms, that's with us.
Okay.
And your guests, if they have any questions regarding their rooms or the hotel location, how do I get to the airport? Which airport should I get to? All of that, that's on us. We let them know all this information, as well as manages changes or special requests that they may have.
Yeah.
So that's something that we take off the plate of the wedding couple.
And for me, sorry, Miriam. I'm sorry, Miriam. Come on. No, for me, I can give you advice whether you like the Pacific Ocean, the Caribbean, outside of Mexico. So it's not going to be commercial. I'm not going to try to promote something because it's good for me.
Yeah.
It's because it's good for you based on what you're telling me. And another thing is you think it's going to be more expensive. That's what
Yeah.
some people ask, like, my rates are going to be higher, right? And no, that's not the case. We actually get pretty good deals for the couples. So,
And not just that, but many times I've had it where couples reach out to the resort directly and they don't have a response because they don't know who to reach out to.
Yeah.
We, on the other hand, have great connection with the wedding teams. We've been there before. We've done sites. We know them personally. And so I know that if I need an answer or if I need availability or whatever I need, I know who to reach out to for that specific property.
you can even
So I
drive
can
to
get-
those
Yeah.
hotels.
Many times we have like sites during that same week where
Okay.
we know we're going to meet someone.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Yeah. But I heard 3 destinations. So you say Cabos, Vallarta, and
Cancun, Riviera Maya.
Cancun. Well, it will be 4 destinations, but okay. Can you tell me just top of your mind? Can you tell me one resort from Riviera Maya / Cancun?
Okay, so for this area, Riviera Maya, Cancun, depends. I love all of them, both of them.
Yeah, but top of your mind, the one that you list.
Grand Palladium.
Grand Palladium.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And
That's a
over
good one.
here?
That's a very good one.
Yeah.
Over here?
I would say James Vallarta. James
Okay.
Vallarta is
Dreams Playa Mita, and for
in this
Cabo,
area, or Cabo?
Cabos.
Oh, Grand Velas Cabo.
Okay, perfect.
Oh my god.
So we have three very different resorts. I wanted to know it because then on the bride, the groom, the couple per se, like if the couple wants to marry somewhere, I don't know, with a real good sunset, or that they like
With
the
a nice
beach,
beach.
but they
Yeah.
don't like the sand. Well, I have
Or
heard a lot.
semi-private,
I
yeah.
have heard a lot of things
Yeah,
about
it's
couples.
very common actually.
Yes.
You will say people are like, I don't know if this is common or not, but I like the beach, but I don't want to get like on the sand.
Yes.
It's not an uncommon request. It's actually very common
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
becoming very
understandable.
popular.
Yeah, it's very popular, understandable. And me personally, I'm not a fan of being on the sand either, but I do enjoy an ocean view. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so right now I know this is not the top 3 resorts of Mexico or anything at all. We actually have a top 25 resorts in Mexico to marry this following year. So talking about affordable, of the 3 that you mentioned, which one do you think will be the most affordable?
I think that's funny because the 3 resorts that we mentioned are the 3 different,
Yeah.
tiers. Like
Okay.
a cost-effective resort could be Palladium, then like a moderate resort could be Dreams, maybe Secrets sometimes, and then Crown Villas, which is luxury everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, but what do you mean about cost effective?
The fact that one hotel is budget friendly or cost effective as to what they're offering you. Grand Palladium, I think,
very
has
good option.
it's a very good option, and it has one of the most complete packages that they have. So when we talk about wedding packages, it's not that the packages are like super expensive or they have a lot of things included. They actually have very special packages for larger groups,
Okay.
which is something that benefits when they're 100 people. 120 versus other resorts that can offer you a base package for 20 people and then you add on additional
Each additional
person
guest.
any
price.
something.
So when you add up paying 100 people extra, like the additional price for that person, for those 100 people, then the total ends up being a bit higher. And it can be the same thing that you're getting with, for example, Palladium, which they offer various resorts. And all of these resorts are different, like in what they offer, in the infrastructure, in when they were built, in the type of venues that they offer, in the room categories. So even within Palladium Group, you have different types of resorts.
Okay, nice. And then, so cost effective, bottom to up, it will be Grand Palladium, and then it will be
Dreams
Dreams
Playa Mita.
Playa Mita, and of course, the luxury one will be Grand Palace. Are the 3 of them family friendly?
Well, the Grand Palladium itself, like the resort, they also have the adults only part, which is the TRS, and they do have the Grand Palladium. It can be select, of course, in Grand Palladium, just regular Grand Palladium, but it's family friendly.
Okay.
So let's say that around 60-80% of it is family friendly, and then we have the TRS, which is adults only.
Okay. And then the other 2?
And then we have this property. They have Dreams Playa Mita and Secrets Playa Mita.
Okay.
So these are 2 different resorts in the same complex. They're facing each other and they share some of the, public
Venues.
spaces and venues, which is amazing because you can have the families stay at Dreams and the adults only, the people that's looking for that type of experience, they can stay at Secrets.
Okay, and it doesn't matter like if you're staying at one hotel or the other. I mean, talking about
Just for the venues.
Yeah.
Just for the venues. If you want a wedding with children, then you need to pick the venues that are actually available for bringing children. But there are venues that are adults only in the Secrets, the Presidential Suite Terrace. Amazing. And but you can choose the terrace in Dreams as well. So you have both options and it's amazing.
And that's very important that you mentioned that, because a lot of people don't know that. They say, you know what, I really like this hotel, I don't know, Secrets Playa Blanca, but I have a niece then it's adults only. So we need to find you a family friendly that's very similar to what you want. And that happens a lot.
And the resorts are super strict with that minimum age. It's not something that they can let happen. Like, oh, but it's very quiet. My niece is super quiet. He's gonna be in the toilet all the time. Well,
you need to set your priorities. So it's either if it's important for you to have your family, like your niece, maybe your little brother there, that they are under 18, then you will need to look for a family resort. There are resorts such as the Dreams and Secrets
and Palladium,
and Palladium, of course, that they do have the adults only option and the family option, and they can combine. At the very end, the couple will need to choose a family venue so that their relative can attend. But you need to set your priorities. So you can either let go of the fact that you want your little niece there because you want this hotel in a specific and it's adults only, or okay, so I like this hotel which is adults only, but it's more important to me that my niece is there, so I will go with a family option.
But this is where we help you, right? It's not that okay, you can find the resort and then just come back to me. We are gonna be helping you finding that resort. If adults only is something very important to you, but you can't have an adults only wedding because we know things happen and you need to bring your niece or something like that. Well, we can help you to find a property that's focused on adults, but it's still family friendly.
Okay,
like
so
Majestic.
Yeah, exactly. So for instance, because you mentioned that, like you said, Palladium, and then Palladium has like different
tier
hotels,
resorts,
right? And then some of them are adult, some of them are family friendly, and then in your case, you say Dreams, which has
secrets.
like secrets in front of it. But then for Grand Velas, if I was a bride and I come to you and I tell you, hey, I want this place, but I want adults only.
There are other resorts. I mean, Grand Velas is one of the top tier 5 diamond resorts.
Yeah.
It's family friendly, but it's not necessarily family oriented. Like
It's very important. That's super important.
Yeah, you're not going to find the splash water park. You're not going
in the
to
middle
find
of the resort.
Exactly. So, but you are going to find beach beds the size of a small kid.
Yeah.
So it's a luxury destination wedding. It's family friendly. Bring your kids, but even the kids are going to have that luxury.
Oh wow! So what are the resorts like? Could be not only family friendly but family oriented in Cabos. What would you recommend?
I would say Cabo has a fine line between adults only and family friendly.
Okay.
For example, Pueblo Bonito has 4 different resorts. Pueblo Bonito Sunset is the family friendly, the one that has very, very nice venues. But then there's Pueblo Bonito Pacifica, which is the adults only. Okay. So very similar to the Dreams and Secrets. Anyone staying in Pacifica can go to Pueblo Bonito.
Yeah, you see.
Right? Pueblo Bonito is bigger. It has a lot more spaces. I would say that's kind of like the central one. So if you want the exclusivity of adults only, you can stay in Pacifica. But then you have also Pueblo Bonito as well. I wouldn't necessarily point out one resort like Majestic that's adult oriented but family friendly. I think in that destination, there's a fine line in between adults only or family.
Okay, so we talk about budget. We talk about like if it's family or only adults. What's another thing that usually couples ask you before, like, like picking a hotel? Like, what's other things that that I should take in mind? Like I don't know,
the budget, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, we said the budget. We said
the venues.
The venues.
Yeah.
The venues. That's a very good way to narrow down your option.
Okay.
It's just by knowing what's important to you. Like Mar said, it's becoming very popular to want to have this backdrop of the beach and the sunset and the dolphins, but we need to know, or maybe indoors. That's very important to you. Like I want my ceremony outdoors, but then I want indoors for,
and with a view.
Oh, with the view.
That is hard to find.
It's hard to
But
find.
there are.
There are
It's not
limited
impossible.
options.
Yeah.
But it's for us. It's always gonna be better to know everything you want. Like make your wish list.
What is
You know,
important? What's
your Santa wish list, and tell everything you want in the resort, so we can help you narrow down. That allows us to find more options and explore other resorts than just the regular, the most popular
Yeah.
resorts.
Something that they also ask us for food. Good food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Drinks.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about an all inclusive, people also like to assume that it's a bad quality, right? It's all inclusive. You have food there all day, laying down.
Yeah, you think about burgers and hot dogs and
And yeah, you do think of that, right? So when somebody says, I want an all inclusive, but I want it to have good food, I want it to have good quality, I want to have premium
and
drinks.
most of the all inclusives are like moderate to high tier.
Mhm.
They really offer very good
'Cause
options.
first of all, I don't believe that in any industry, salespeople will sell something that they don't believe in, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that even though
Yeah, we work mostly with the resorts that we have been there, that we have tried.
We've stayed there.
And it doesn't mean like it's gonna be my favorite resort, but our job is to know what they're offering and inform you about that offer. And that could be a great offer for you. Maybe I'm not a kids person, but I've stayed at Royal Dutch Splash and they have 2 water parks.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't enjoy that, but I know if you're traveling with lots of kids, with your family, you're gonna enjoy it. Your guest is gonna be very happy in that resort,
how
right?
do you know all of these things? Like you go through all the resort pages or like
We study every night. Every night.
you have a Bible?
I have a Bible today.
Almost. Well, we do cite many of these resorts where we live in Playa del Carmen, so every now and then we have to stay updated with any renovations, with anything new going on in any resort, and
That's a
we
perk.
visit them. We visit them. Not just that, we stay there. We get to enjoy the perks of how's the service, how's the food.
Because it's never gonna be the same.
Yeah.
To read everything online, to ask ChatGPT, tell me the good things and the bad things. It's
Yeah.
never gonna be the same that actually staying in the property, and get to try the food and get to see what's the service like. Um, everything. Just like we actually record the beach, the sand.
Yeah.
Like we just went to a resort a few days ago, and I recorded my jumping in the sand.
Yeah.
Why?
We want to see that piece.
Because you need to know
We want to
what
see
it's
that
like the
piece.
sand like.
Yeah.
So
You will see the video. Show us the video.
Here.
You know,
I will see it here.
you can see it there. This is smart.
Yeah,
I think you only see my legs like jumping on the sand.
But
But why do you
very
do that?
nice.
Why do you do that?
Because so there are different kind of sands.
What?
And there's the soft area and there's the hard area, sand on like the very end. However, this specific area it was hard sand.
Are you telling me you can work
Which is
high
great.
heels sometimes?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct. It's
That's
like
that's the
beach.
dream.
Yeah, that's
There are different types of sand. So
exactly.
you need to know that if you pick that venue, you need to know that you can bring shoes to,
Yeah.
maybe on the
Actually,
It's a good sandal.
Yeah, I have seen. I mean, now that I told you that I'm married, when I was in these groups of brides and grooms and couples asking, actually they were saying that like it will depends on the kind of dress you want to bring. Like if you want to marry in this destination or that or whatever, and they will be like, if you want to marry by the beach, you won't be wearing shoes. And I was like, I want to wear shoes. That's it. And then you will pick another thing. But now that you're telling me, yeah, how come? What? I mean,
you don't get to know that
Yeah.
in a photo of the venue,
of the
So you don't get to know that unless you actually stand in there and you can like it's approved.
Experience it.
It's all a wedding approved.
Proof.
See on comments that my jumping in every resort of the
But wait,
That's my job.
those things you start learning whenever the couples ask you.
Yeah.
Like you start thinking about what would be important for me to know.
Yeah.
Okay, again, top of your mind. That doesn't mean it's like the best or your
Okay.
favorite resort, but top of your mind, hard Sand Resort.
That's all I went to.
Secret Moshe.
Okay.
I also did another recording of the sand. This is a beautiful property. I personally love it.
Yeah.
But they offer a venue that's more for cocktails, receptions.
Yeah.
It's hard sand, so it's also great if you want to. It is not right in front of the ocean. There's like a restaurants in between,
Uh-huh.
but it's great. You're still in the sand. You're still enjoying it.
Is it near the cenote area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know where it's.
Okay, and then also, okay, but in the other hand, there's a lot of boho weddings already going on. It's very common in this
That's
area,
a new-
actually. I don't know if in Vallarta or in Cabos, but at least here, mostly in Tulum area or Riviera Maya area. So if you don't want to wear, heels and you want to enjoy like a wedding
I would
with
still
nature
recommend,
and everything, which one will you recommend?
I would say Secrets Playa Blanca.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, she said it.
That is the one that
That's
came to
mine.
mind. It's a new property.
Okay.
It's very, very beautiful. The venues that you have there are very special. They're different. Yes, you can have a beach wedding. Yes, you can have a
Like a rooftop.
terrace/rooftop. But they also have the Contoy Plaza area, which I personally love.
What is
Because
Or the pool terrace is so beautiful with
the jungle pool terrace. It's all the way, you wouldn't imagine that. You wouldn't imagine that a resort has a venue next to the ballroom area, all the way in the back. Nobody has any business going there, but it's such
kind
a
of private.
good layout. It's completely private, to be honest. And the background, you have the sunset, because here in Playa Cancun, Playa Mujeres area, we have sunrise. We don't
Okay.
have sunset. The sunset's on the other.
So unless you
It's
want to
on the
marry at
Pacific
5 a.m. in the morning, you wouldn't have like this scenario.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
That's
Many
super clean.
resorts don't offer that.
Yeah.
For this destination, you can't find that.
Okay.
But in Secrets Playa Blanca, they have this venue that shows the sunset going like
Yeah,
in the
it's
back of your
facing the
ceremony.
sunset,
It's
so-
facing the sunset. So-
Nice.
and it's private. It's what a lot of people want.
The whole resort, even when you get in the lobby,
Mhm.
it's just wow. That has the wow factor.
Wow factor,
It's
yeah.
just the stairs, like going down from the lobby. It's just like every spot is for like a photo for Instagram photos.
Wow. And then if you are telling me this about the view, that's something very important on venues, right?
Always.
Like what will be like the different options of views or, sunrise, sunset, what you're saying. What kind of views do we
Well, we have the garden
What's the
views, we have the
option?
ocean
Oh, the
view.
garden view.
Yeah, garden views are beautiful. There are
Yeah.
many people are like, no, why would I like to face a garden? They can be beautiful. It's not necessary
Because
to be here.
You don't
to
need
the
to
ocean.
add lots of things when you already
Yes.
have the garden.
Yeah.
It's just that's your decor. That's
But-
your
But also, I guess that's because it's like it's a trip for everybody. Like everyone is coming. You're being here for a week, so it doesn't matter if your wedding is by the beach that day because maybe you will have
Yeah.
another.
You have any other day
Event.
to enjoy the beach,
Yeah.
and that's you can even make a welcome cocktail on the beach, and enjoy
Yeah.
the beach. And then for your wedding, you can have a rooftop, which is a sky view. You don't necessarily need to see the beach and the ocean. Most of them they do have the ocean view, of course, but still, it's something completely different that you will not offer
like
in a
atelier.
local wedding.
Atelier. The garden, so beautiful, and it's kind of private because it's all surrounded, by plants. So it's kind of private, and I don't know. It's just the vibe of this boho
Yeah.
style. For me,
Me
it's just really nice.
So and then if I want, because you mentioned the sunset in Playa Mujeres in Secrets Playa Mujeres, right?
Secrets Playa Blanca.
Playa Blanca. Okay. Secrets Playa Blanca has like a great sunset view. But here it's not very common. Like
No.
if somebody wants to have like other options, where do you send them?
Me, pick me.
Please tell us.
Puerto Vallarta, of
Yeah.
course.
Really?
Yes.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
It's just 10 out of 10. I think it's an underrated destination for weddings.
Because right now Riviera Maya and Cancun is very famous. That's it. But like
Yeah.
Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. It's just everything. You have everything. You have luxury resorts to cost-effective resorts. You have the sunset in every one of them, and then a beautiful sunset. For a postal card. So for me, I'm in love with Puerto Vallarta. I'm in love with Puerto Vallarta.
You have everything. You have beach, you have jungle, you have mountains, you have
those
sunsets.
gardens.
Food.
Yeah.
Say something about the food.
Food. You have very good food.
Well, I recently stayed in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
We were at Museo.
So you mentioned that Puerto Vallarta has like the best views on sunsets and things like that, but then Cabos doesn't have like something.
That's a very good question.
Freaky.
A lot of people do think that Cabo has a sunset, but actually Cabo does not. The way that Cabo is looking towards the south, you don't necessarily get that sunset. There's only 2 resorts I can mention that are all inclusive, of course, that have the sunset, which is Pueblo Bonito Sunset. The name gives it out.
Okay.
And Hard Rock Los Cabos. Those are the 2 that I would recommend for a sunset in Cabo.
Facing
the sunset. Yeah. But important to mention that Cabo, 90% of their beaches are not swimmable.
Okay.
So if you want the sunset and you want a swimmable beach, that's Puerto Vallarta.
And it's just that experience that we're talking about, like getting to see everybody excited, relaxed, because they're not like arriving from work. They're all there getting to get to dinner together one night before. It's just the whole.
And all of the activities that come with that, because a lot of couples also like to do catamaran charters. Or they like to do extra activities.
Yeah, that's very popular. That's becoming very popular.
Very popular.
Before the wedding or after the wedding. I would recommend after the wedding.
Yeah.
Please, because of the tan.
That too.
But
I was thinking more about people drunk.
Yeah, you get the open bar. So do it after the wedding. That will be the wedding.
But that's a really good way to spend time with everybody and just thank them for being there with you.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. So a lot of things, girls. So you are the ones who know everything about not only the hotel, because you just mentioned me like everything we should know as a customer, as a person that hasn't get married before or that doesn't know all of the venues. You tell me whatever I need to know, so I pick my dream place.
Yeah.
But after that, you also know everything related to how many rooms do you need, like the type of rooms they have. I mean, you're not only an expert in the wedding venue, but in the resort itself, right?
Yeah.
You get to know special things like the response times of each property. You get to know that because we need to be aware that most of the resorts, they already have like 300 weddings per year.
Wow.
Yeah, that amount of weddings. So they do have their response times, and you need to know that in order to explain that to the wedding couple, in order, just to be realistic about if you want to secure everything in one day, no, it's not going to be possible. But we get to know those things. We get to work very close with most of the wedding teams of the resorts. Like at this moment, it comes to my mind that we have even not only at work, but we have been friends with people from Palladium, Frank. I love you, Frank. With people from Dreams Natura, Edith. So you start becoming very familiar with them, and it's just something important to keep in mind that there are resorts that take even 2 weeks to actually get to confirm availability, and if they confirm availability, like in the afternoon, it may have gone because you never know.
We connect a lot with the wedding couple. That's why we have the first call, and we try to meet them by video call. That's very recommended so that we connect, we match, we explain everything that they need to know because most of them are lost. They don't know what to do. They don't know when to start, where to go. So we have couples that already know which hotel they want and they are set on that hotel regardless of pricing, regardless of wedding package. They want that hotel. Many of them already have a date. But I will say that around 90% of our wedding couples, they come and they're like, I don't know what to do.
What's a destination?
What's a destination wedding?
We love
my
those
God.
couples. I love those couples because you get to actually get to know what they want.
Exactly.
It's not just for the photo. You get to know what's important for them.
But
You-
that's a big responsibility also, you know, like
Yeah.
if they don't know anything.
As you were a bride, and you in your head you have these ideas that sometimes cannot be possible. So that's why we're here to get realistic, to let you know how long it's gonna take, how the hotel that you want to work with works, because everyone works differently. Yeah, there are many brands that work differently than other brands. So
Yeah, like the regular basis. There's no regular
yeah,
way to do this.
Standard, yeah.
we have it's working with a couple is very specific. It's very particular. It's a customized service.
Okay.
So we
They're
become friends
super,
along the
super
process. We become
personalized.
friends along the process, and it's amazing.
And you're telling me this doesn't has a price? Like this doesn't you don't have an extra cost to be doing this?
We don't add
don't-
an additional fee to the rates. That's very important. You're gonna pay in the best scenario. You're gonna pay even less than what's public in the webpage of the resort. We do charge commitment fees for certain properties,
Okay.
but that's totally refundable as
At the
long as
time
your
of travel.
group travels.
And that's not for about you. Like it's not about the service that you provide. It's about the politics that
It is just
the
a
hotel
deposit.
has.
Let's
right?
keep it like as a deposit, a commitment fee.
Yeah.
To inform, like you're traveling
Okay.
and it's refundable at the end.
At the
okay.
time of travel. Yeah.
Okay.
For example, Hard Rock, they offer, very good perks. They offer free events. Let's call it free events because it depends on the amount of rooms or room nights that you end up having. So it's a different way to work with these resorts than working with, I don't know, Santos Finisterra,
or a finest.
right? At Santos Finisterra, first they need you to actually do all the room block process and then the wedding contract. But they separate the date and you don't need to place a deposit for that. So it's just different ways to make it happen depending on if you're ready at the time to commit with a resort or not. We can help you to see how to manage
But
that.
even with that, you see, every resort is different when it comes to blocking rooms, putting down a deposit, securing the venue, securing the date, selecting a package. All this information we're going to be able to guide our couples with.
I don't
And
know anything.
I know that it's a lot of information, and that's what I tend to tell my couples. Like, I know it's a lot of information, and I don't want to overwhelm you because it's taken me years to where I know and the knowledge that I have and the expertise that I have. So I'm going to be able to guide you. I'm here to take that
Step by
take that
step.
away from you, yeah, and guide you step by step to let you know the things that you can't find online. How do they work? Do they block rooms? This resort tends to sell out. Do you really want to book that close? All of these different steps, I'm not going to tell you information that's not relevant for you because you don't need to know that. So maybe for you right now, Wendy, it's a lot of info. But this is how we can help.
Ask us for more information.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, I'm loving this. I know, I mean, at the same time, to be really honest, at the same time, it can be like, what? I mean, it's kind of you get to have a lot of questions, but
Yeah.
how many calls can you have with a couple? Like, do you have a top? Like, I can't talk to you after 5 times, or no?
The sky is the
No.
limit.
For everything.
No, as many as they need. There are some couples that they only need like the introduction call and they understand the
contract call.
process.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I want to work with you and I want this hotel, and then everything else is through email. And maybe the second call is just, I don't know, quote or contract revision. And there are so many couples that they are still confused. They have a lot of questions. We do recommend to set calls, to schedule calls with us so that we separate time for them and we are focused on them, of course. But yeah, it's as many as they need.
Okay.
And another great part of this is we're a team. It's not that Cecilia is selling your wedding or Miriam is selling your wedding. It's Hola Weddings is actually helping you. And we have had tons of couples that they end up working with all of us, you know?
Yeah, they
like,
get to hear from us.
yeah, that happens a
yeah.
lot. Like maybe Miriam is doing a site inspection and she can't just getting the phone call on that time, but I can offer you like, hey, I'm here. I can help you.
I would also like to know a little bit more about not only when you sell, like they close a contract, but that we also are a bigger team that you have like not only selling, but you mentioned like after you close a contract, we keep in touch with the couple until the wedding date.
Yeah, that's
and
correct.
we have like different.
We have a whole team. We have a whole coordination team. I think it's the most important as well because they keep everything together, organized, make sure the payments are done on time, send reminders, collect flight information, schedule airport transfers, all of the logistics after the chosen resort and the room locker done.
Okay, and what perks do you provide aside of course, all of the information and the communication and all the advices that you have? Like you mentioned the maracas, but other than that,
Cashback. Additional to the concessions that the hotel offers, such as complimentary rooms and upgrades, we do offer cashback, depending on with a minimum number of room nights, of course.
Free transportation.
And free transportation for the wedding couple.
Only.
Only for the wedding couple.
For everybody.
But we do offer very good rates for group transportation, and it's private for the group. Okay, so whenever whoever arrives and or departs together, they will be riding in the same vehicle, and the rate is per room, and it's very very cost effective, specifically with that touristic area.
So thank you, girls. Thank you for being here. It was amazing. I still have a lot of questions, but it doesn't matter because I can always
Reach out.
Of course. And first of all, you can reach out, read more the blog that we have here in the description, where you add all of the details of the top 25 places to marry this following year. If you are watching us, click on that link and read it. It's going to be really good. However, if you have any other questions, you can always go to
HolaWeddings.com
and
send an email to hola@holaweddings.com.
That's perfect, Will. We'll see you there. Bye.